Hello and good day everyone. Today we will present about Malaysia versus other country power system. This video was prepared by Muhammad Syami Faiz bin Syamsul Johari, Muhammad Faiz Mustaqim bin Azli and Muhammad Nazrul Daniel bin Nazari. What is objective? The objective of this presentation are three. First, to compare Malaysia power system with those of the other country in terms of structure and performance. Second, to understand the difference in regulatory frameworks, energy generation method and green reliability. And finally, to identify key challenge in our current system and explore potential opportunity for modernization and improvements. Introduction to power system. A power system is a system that makes and sends electricity to user. It includes three main parts. First is a generation for making electricity. Second, transmission is a sending electricity over long distance. And last, distributions for delivery electricity to home and business. The system is important because we need electricity every day for light, machine and many other things. Next is introduction to Malaysia power system. Malaysia has relatively advanced power infrastructure compared to other Southeast Asia countries. In Peninsular Malaysia, the main utility company responsibility for power generation, transmission and distribution is Tenaga Nasional Berhad or TNB. Meanwhile, Sabah and Sarawak operate on their own separate power grid, independent for the Peninsular grids. One of the most impressive aspects of Malaysia power system is the electrification rates, which are nearly 100% even in rural area. This reflects the country's strong commitment to ensuring electricity access for all.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Syami Faiz bin Syamsul Johari. I'm going to talk about energy mix comparison Malaysia versus others. Malaysia relies heavily on fossil fuels, while several developed countries have made significant progress in clean energy adoption. Germany and Norway have shifted heavily to renewables due to supportive government policies and public demand. China, although still reliant on coal, is rapidly increasing its renewable energy capacity. The United States shows strong private sector involvement in clean energy. Okay, second one, grid reliability and electrification levels. The first one, Malaysia Peninsula, modern and reliable grid steady around 50 to 100 minutes a year. Germany, highly reliable grid, steady below 10 minutes over year. For United States, frequent outage in some areas due to extreme weather, steady around 100 to 120 minutes over year. For China, grid is improving, but rural areas still experience some instability. Norway, very reliable grid supported by efficient hydropower systems. For East Malaysia, faces challenges with aging and less developed grid infrastructure. Okay, for renewable energy development progress, Malaysia's target 31% renewable energy by 2025, 40% by 2035. Focus on large-scale solar, small hydro, biomass and biogas. For global comparison, Germany leads in solar and wind with strong government support. China, world's largest investor and producer in solar and wind energy. Norway uses mostly hydropower, very clean electricity system. Malaysia's challenge needs faster investment and fewer regulatory delays to reach its energy goals.
So for the next slide is strength and weakness of Malaysia power system. What are the strengths of this? The first point is Malaysia has high electricity across the country. We know that in Malaysia we have the national grid, which is crucially deliver electricity across the country. So the national grid was crucially deliver electricity across the country, especially for industrial users which want to use a lot of electricity and electric. Second point for strength Malaysia power system. In Malaysia, we have stable and well-managed grid. Why did I say that? It is because the shape of the national grid is same as a tower, so they must build the national grid with strength stability, which can be used for the long term, and they can face any damage such as strong wind and so on. The next point is strong potential for solar energy. We know that our country has always faced hot weather, so we can use it as a benefit for us for convert the heat from the sun to a solar energy which can produce electricity and electrics. Lastly, clear national roadmap for renewable energy adoption. What is a weakness of Malaysia power system? The weakness is high dependence on fossil fuel, especially imported coal. For the next point is slow pace of renewable energy. Compared Malaysia and global has a fast pace for a renewable energy because of the technology that have been modernization of their own. Furthermore, market lacks opens, limiting innovation and competition. And lastly, grid in Sabah and Sarawak needs modernization. Why did I say that? It is because Sabah and Sarawak is a lack of technology, which is slow of improvement technology. So they must improve their technology first for good in grid electrical system. Next, what is a strategic recommendation for Malaysia? Number 1, accelerate investment in clean energy technologies, including large-scale solar farms, battery storage, and microgrids in rural areas. Next, modernize grid systems by deploying smart meters, real-time monitoring, and AI-based energy forecasting. The third is encourage private sector participation by offering tax incentive, green bonds, and easier licensing for IPPs. And the last one, enhance public awareness through nationwide campaigns on energy efficiency and sustainable practices. Lastly, for conclusion, Malaysia has established a strong foundation in energy access and grid reliability. However, to ensure long-term sustainability, it must accelerate its transition to cleaner energy by drawing lessons from countries like Germany, progressive green policies, China, rapid renewable energy expansion, and Norway, hydropower leadership. Malaysia can adapt effective strategies suited to its own needs. The future of its power system depends on achieving a balance between reliability, affordability, and sustainability, driven by innovation, clean energy adoption, and smart infrastructure development. That's all from us. Thank you.